Hi everybody, welcome to the Dealer Louise Book Series channel. I'm Christina, Kristina, and today we're talking about Book 8, Conspiracy and Death. This will be the first, I think, of the hardest books to read. Not that way. It will be the first book, I think, that you will need a box of tissues, is what I mean. We are doing J.D. Robb, aka Nora Roberts, Conspiracy and Death. And what you have to understand is that Eve Dallas is a lieutenant in the New York City Police and Security Department. That is how she sees herself. Period. End. She's not Rourke's cop. She's not Rourke's wife. She's been alone her entire life. She went through the foster system, in some cases cruelly abused in the foster system that will be addressed in future books. She is uncomfortable in all social situations. She has been gaining friends. So she does have a small circle, a cluster of people right now. There'll be a few more later, but she has Mavis, she has Nadine, she has Peabody, she has Rourke, she has Summerset, Feeney, mcnabb. That's her core. The outer core would be like Charles and Crack, and the few others that'll come into this Morris. But even though she's living in Rourke's house and eating his food, and he's slowly filling her closet with clothes, once she leaves that house, and she won't even accept his help on a vehicle, and that becomes a standing little thing. She's a cop, and she won't use a rank to get a decent car, and she won't use a rank to get a decent office. She likes the closet. She feels that the closet will prevent people from hanging out in her office, and uncomfortable office chairs will prevent people from sitting in her office. And there are some minor conflicts in her marriage. Like, I totally believe that Eve would live on coffee and chocolate if she could. Real chocolate, real coffee, pizza, maybe cheeseburgers. But this will be the hardest book ever. Oh, and it's also a new, very important character. Actually, two. Well, not in this book. Maybe the next book. No, I think three. We're gonna meet Lieutenant Webster, and we're gonna meet Trueheart. Love Trueheart. There's one more, I can't think of it right now. But Eve is so focused on her job and what she has to do that she dismisses a coworker trying to make trouble. And the coworker really pushes it. And they temporarily relieve Eve of duty, and she's destroyed. Because without being a cop, in her mind, she is nobody. Her entire identity is the cop. Period. End. She can't deal with it. It's her core. She's a cop in her core. That's all she knows. That's all she's ever wanted to be, as a cop. And so she has to work through it, and her friends and other people will help her through it, and it will eventually be restored. But reading these few chapters will probably be the most difficult to read, because it's heart-wrenching, because it's Eve's entire identity is who the cop. And I don't think I knew Rock knew this, but it really hits him and Peabody in this book how much being a cop means to Eve. And they help her through it. And she fights them tooth and nail. And it's a real feel sorry for me work through. So, I mean, if you're having it's nice to have a support group to help you through difficult situation. And Trueheart will become a very important member of her department. Also, Baxter will train Trueheart. Oh, he's so cute. And Webster, we will have some nice little funny moments with him. If I could figure out what page I'd read it, but I don't remember what page it is. But Eve and Webster have a little bit of a backstory, and Eve is like, it happened. Webster, on the other hand, is like, yes, it happened. So they remember two different versions, and but one of the most heart-wrenching things is Rourke stood in the cold, helpless, and waited for Eve to come home. Word had come through in the middle of his delicate negotiations with a pharmaceutical company on Taurus 2. He intended to buy them out, revamp their organization, and link it with his own company based on Taurus 1. He had cut them off without hesitation the instant he'd received the transmission from Peabody. The tearful explanation from the habitually stalwart cop had shaken him. There had only been one thought: to get home, to be there, and now to wait. When he saw the rapid cab come up the drive, he felt a hot bolt of fury lance through him. They'd taken her vehicle, the bastards. Yes. Where's my puppy? Puppy. I'm sorry. I've cut myself off so many times today, I didn't want to chance it. This is my puppy. This is the noisemaker. He's feeling sad for Eve Dallas too. So what do you think? He wanted to race down the steps, rip open the door, to bundle her out and up and carry her away somewhere she wouldn't hurt, as he could only imagine she hurt. But it wasn't his anger she needed now. He came down the steps as she got out of the cab, and she stood pale as death in the hard winter light. Her dark lays, as he thought, impossibly young. The strength, the tough edge she wore as naturally as her weapon, was gone. So like I said, this will be one of the hardest books, one of the early hard books to get to. There's a couple that are worse, I think, personally. Although this might be number one, the hardest hit. She will have difficult situations later, but the badge will get her through it. Her Rock will get her through it. Galahad will get her through it. Peabody will get her through it. But this will bring up a lot of her childhood stuff. So please like and subscribe to the channel. Yes, Sinatra wants you to like and subscribe to the channel too. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.